Hi friends, we will now read one shloka from the Panchatantra. We know that the Panchatantra tells lot many fables about birds, beasts and animals, wild animals in the forest, etc. And this forest and wild animal is only a metaphor for this world. This world in which we live, this is somewhat like a forest where lions are those who try to pounce on us and jackals are those who try to cheat us, and then some cows are those who get cheated or who get eaten. So this is, the world is like a jungle where there are wild animals, there are good animals, etc. So these fables which are there in these Aesop's fables or Panchatantra, they relate to human beings. Though you may find a lion there, you may find a fish there, you may find a bird there, you may find all those things. But then in human nature, you find all those tendencies. So here again, this is the story about three fish, three different tendencies. So this is, well, I'll just first I'll read the shloka first and then explain the story. Anagata vidhata cha pratyutpannamatistatha dvavetau sukhamedhete yadbhavishyo vinashyati. So the story is like this. There is a pond. There is a pond and then there are a lot many fish in that pond. And then once it so happens that the summer was very heat. Summer was very hot, and then all ponds were getting dried up, all lakes and ponds, they were getting dried up. And then these fish, they were going from a smaller pond to bigger pond. You see, if you have seen a big lake, the big lake is there, but at the same time in the lake there are so many pit-like things, there are small ponds. And then so when the water dries up, usually the fish travel from this place to another place where there is more water. So that is how they survive. So it so happened that in that particular lake there were three fish. One fish, it was a wise fish. It was already seeing that this summer is very hot, and then this summer we don't have any water anywhere. All the ponds are likely to dry up. We have to move into the bigger pond. So it made some advanced preparations and then moved into a big pond. And then another fish, the second fish, it was waiting. It was waiting for a long time, and right at the nick of the moment, when it was about to totally dry up, at that time it somehow managed to get into the other pond. That is, just reacted to a situation at the most critical time. When it was just critical time, when the door was about to be closed, so like that, so it just entered. So it entered the pond. There is a third fish which was there, which it just ignored, and then by the time it woke up, the ponds were already closed. There was absolutely no way to go into the other bigger pond, and then when this pond dried up, the fish perished. So this is a story relating to a fish which is able to think in advance and make some advanced preparations, and then another type of person who is able to react to a situation, who is able to just wake up when the danger is there and somehow get over that danger. Somehow he wakes up and then somehow he crosses over that particular danger. So he is the second type of person. And the third person is, he doesn't even wake up. He doesn't wake up even when the danger comes, and then he is totally swallowed by the danger. So these are the three types. So these three types, that story, there are three words in that story. Dirghadarshi. Dirghadarshi means one who sees, one who has got a foresight. Dirghadarshi is a person with a foresight. Then Prapta Kalagnya. Prapta Kalagnya is a person when there is a crisis, he rises to the occasion. Suddenly thinks of some way, thinks of some way to get out. He is a Prapta Kalagnya. Prapta Kala means when the situation arises, when the crisis arises, suddenly he wakes up and then he somehow gets out. Then Dirgha Sutraha. Dirgha Sutra is somebody who has absolutely no, foresight, and then he gives a long rope to everything. Sutra means a thread. Dirgha Sutra, he gives a long rope to everything and then keeps quiet, he doesn't act. So these are the three people. So here, Anagata Vidhata cha. If you see the shloka, Anagata Vidhata. Anagata means something which has not yet come. Na plus agatam is anagatam. Agata is something which has come. Anagata is something which has not yet come. Anagata vidhata. one who has already provided for something which has not yet come. Anagata vidha, for something which has not yet come. Anagatam vidhata. Vidhatam is something who has already made for, who has planned for it, who has provided for it. Then pratyutpanna matihi. Pratyutpanna. Utpanna means suddenly it comes out, suddenly arising. Utpatti. Utpatti means sudden arising. Pratyutpanna. When the problem comes, suddenly his intelligence works, his mind works in a flash, and then somehow he gets out. Then dvavetau sukham edhete. Dvau etau. These two. Dvau means two. Etau. These two. Sukham edhete. Edha dhatu. Edhate means vardhate. Edhate. Sukham edhete. Here means they somehow derive happiness. They are happy. They derive happiness. They get happiness. Then yad bhavishyaha. Yad bhavishyaha. The meaning of yad bhavishya is yad bhavishyati tad bhavishyatu. So whatever happens, let it happen. So there are some people, we find such people. Okay, whatever happens, let it happen. Yad, he is called yad bhavishyaha. Yad bhavishyaha vinashyati. If you don't plan for the future, or if you don't have that ready wit to respond to a situation and suddenly get over that situation, then such a person, he perishes. So that is the overall story here. Through that story of three fish, the poet is saying this thing. This story also is from Mahabharata. This line also is from Mahabharata. So that is the picture. Then if you see the shloka, there is nothing very tough in this particular shloka. So this basically emphasizes that one should have a futuristic thinking. One should have a futuristic planning. So we will repeat this shloka. Anagata vidhata cha pratyutpannamatistatha dvavetau sukhamedhete yadbhavishyo vinashyati. Okay, fine.